Don't mess with your mouse while you're on top of this thing now. I only left in 2 or 3 of the times that I fell off and busted my ass, but oh, there could be a problem with this. I'll have to test it. Anyway, I only left in a few of those times because it's kind of boring to watch over and over again, but I fell like 10 times at least. Anyway, I'm going to build like a tall pillar here to see if I can go high enough to actually finish the sphere. Okay, it looks like this is going to work. Okay, have I got anything else I can build underneath me? No? Alright, because I didn't know it, but there actually is a cap, a ceiling on the game. And I don't just mean that there's a limit to what you can do, I mean you can't go above a certain height because the game stops you. Yeah, the game actually says, no, can't build any higher. It just, once you get to a certain height, it won't let you put blocks down anymore. And it's like, oh, that sucks. Alright, so I think that we're just going to build our first layer. We're going to put 1 block down, or maybe, yeah, we want 1, because it's actually a circle but an odd radius. So we're just going to put like 1 block down here. Yeah, we'll use gravel, why not? And then on top of this, we're going to build another layer, and then another layer, and then another layer. And we're going to start with, is I should have brought my glass with me. Shit. Where's my ladder? It's right here. Ooh, scary. Oh, there's a creeper down there. Where's my bow? Alright, let's just stop off somewhere where he can't reach us. Suck it! Well, that's the wrong button, Poncho. Nice try. Now that one arrow that missed there, I actually can go down there and grab that. And some gunpowder he dropped. How nice of him. Alright, back to our... Oh man, having a minecart that could do this would actually might be a useful way to use this. But then I don't know if I'd want to leave it there forever. Just because having a minecart that goes out to the sun is not really that exciting, but we'll see. Oh, the spider. I like string. Having a second bow would make me worry less about taking this bow into the caves. Hey, thank you. Thank you for giving me string. How nice of you. As you can see, once you have a bow and arrow, enemies become much less threatening because you can fight them from a distance, rather than having to rush in and get your ass kicked, which is what I usually do. Alright, like I say, all the way back to the nave to go get our sand, or not our sand, our newly created glass, and some wood. So I'll meet you. I'll meet you. There's sheep in my house! Damn, like 5 sheep. Well, no wonder, I left my back door open all night. Jeez. Alright, well, I'm gonna beat you guys up with my bow and take your wool, because having more wool to make paintings and beds and stuff out of is nice. Come here, will ya? That's good. Thanks, guys! Wait, I missed one there. Let's pick that up. Put it in a chest in here. Get out of my way, you guys. I'll kill you and make lamb chops. Not even kidding. So we got more iron here that's finished smelting. Have quite a lot of that, so we should be able to build quite a bit of a minecart track. Let's see. You know what? Maybe I will build a flat minecart track, because that seems like a more practical use for my mine tracks, rather than, you know, a stupoid use. And it's going to save me a lot of time, because I don't have to walk all the way to and fro from that horribly distant mountain. And by horribly distant, I mean it's too far off from my spawn shelter for me to be happy with it, because it just takes way too long to walk out there. Alright, let's dump the rest of our extra resources here and get back to work. Alright, so we're going to want to bring some glass. Well, let's see. Let's make the minecart tracks first, so that you guys can learn how to do that. Now, if you don't already know, there's fairly easy to build minecart tracks. I'm going to make some more sticks here, so we have plenty. What you do is, well, let's build a minecart. I'll show you that. That's fairly easy. This is the same way you build a boat, except you use iron. Boom! And we're going to need at least 3 of those, and this may end up with us going back down into the depths to collect more iron, because I already can see that I might not have enough to do what I want to do. So you put iron along each side. I meant to put that like this. Then you put, whoops, a stick in the middle. And it makes 16 squares of minecart track. Now you see that 6 pieces of iron converts to 16 squares. And the stick is negligible because it's a renewable resource. So what we're going to do is we're just going to... excuse me. And we'll make a good number of these. Let's see how many is going to be practical. Do 5 times 16. Well, we'll do 6 times 16. I don't need to have a whole lot of iron left. Get that crap out of there, will you? Please keep 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get 64. And 2 more. So now we've got like 100 pieces almost. Well, actually, we have 96 pieces. Yes, almost 100. Great. That's not actually as far as it sounds, but it's enough for now. We'll be fine. Let me go ahead and put the rest of my resources back here. We've already got an iron suit of armor, so we don't have to worry about saving anything for that. Now, is that all the wood I've got? I really would like to have more than that. Okay, let's take all our glass out to our spawn cottage. There's no need for it to be sitting back here in the nave anymore. And honestly, we might want to bring some of the sand with us too, so we can get some more glass smelting while we're out there. And that means I'm going to need to bring some coal with me. Let's see, let's put these pieces that we're not going to use away so we don't have to worry about them. Okay, where's my coal? I'll bring 19 pieces of coal, that's plenty. And then, let's see. Bring one of these workbenches with us. Well, actually, we don't need that, do we? We could bring some food. That would be nice. Just in case we ever decide we want it out there. Who knows, maybe we'll have a creeper attack us. We're going to want this. And that's good enough for me. Yeah. Alright, let's get out there. Go back out to our spawn shelter. I'm going to take my tunnels, actually. Keep those guys out there in the pasture in the nave. Whoop, almost forgot something. I'm going to go back and grab some stone, and I'm going to grab those 4 buckets of lava too, and we'll bring those with us as well. Alright, we've arrived at our spawn cottage. I think we have a chest in here. We don't? How do we not have a storage chest in our cottage? My goodness. And we also still have snow all over the floor. I guess we should leave it, and it's almost like a carpet. I guess this floor is made of sand otherwise. Anyway, let's see. Well, we need to make a chest for us to keep shit in out here. I'm not carrying this all in my inventory. No freaking way. That's way too risky. Alright, so let's see where we want to put this chest. We'll put it right there. Nicely done. And we'll store the things that we're not going to need right now in this chest. Okay. So let's learn the basics of minecarts, because that's how we're going to have to start here. If you guys don't know how the minecarts work, you're not going to be able to utilize them. They've got some tricky characteristics to them. Let's start by laying down some track. We'll get some carts ready here too. So let's see. As you can see, it's not going to get covered with snow, I hope. So there you go. There's a strip of minecart track. And we can go ahead and put our minecart down on it. And if we push it, it retains a little bit of momentum, and eventually it'll roll to the other end of the track. If we get in it by right-clicking, as you can see, we can sit in the cart. We can't do anything once we're in it. We can't control where it's moving. All we can do is click on it again to get it back out. If we start pushing it, we can then hop in and ride it for a little while. And minecarts that have a rider in them have much more momentum, or inertia, or whatever. You know, momentum, I guess, since it's moving. Have much more momentum than an empty cart, which means that a cart that's empty probably won't be able to go through a roller coaster, whereas a cart that has a person in it has more momentum and will probably be able to make it. Now there's some weird tricks with minecarts. You just punch them a few times, like 5 or 6 shakes will make it come back together. Some weird things with minecarts track is that when a cart jumps from one track to another, like if I were to push a cart down here, if I were to push that cart and it hit this track, it wouldn't stop. It would actually move onto this track and then travel down it. But which way would it go? It seems like it should just hit it and stop. But no, it follows the southwest rule, which basically means that when a cart jumps from one track to another track, it's either going to start moving in the southerly or westerly direction, which means where's the sun? It's moving. I can't tell which way it's moving because the clouds are also moving, but I think it's going to set over there. So that's the west. Yes, which means that this is north, and behind us over there is south. So if I push this cart, it should turn to the right and go south, because it's going to want to either go south or west. Bonk! And I was right. And it will always do that. Every time I push this cart, it's going to turn and go south. So you can use that to control where your carts go. Because you can make turnarounds and such. Alright, so let's see. Let's show an example of how to make a cart turnaround at the end of a track here. Let's just delete this end square. I'm going to clear some. I don't need to clear the snow. Whoops, that's not what I want. I want track pieces, not torches. So go ahead and put down 4 pieces of track, and you see how they automatically curve when you put them perpendicular to each other? So we have a circle here. Now let's say we put this guy here. Well, we want these two to connect. What we have to do is we break this piece and then put it back down. It won't work. Now why is that? It's because of the southwest rule. This track, when it's coming from this direction, wants to go west. And so it turns this way. And so we get a circle, rather than something that actually works. Now if I do the same thing over here, if I bust this up, put 4 pieces over here, and then I try the same thing on this end, it's going to work. Why is that? Why does it connect here instead of there? It's because it wants to go west or south. What's happening here is the track is connecting and going south, since it can't go west. You see that? Can't go this way. It doesn't want to go north or east, so it turns and goes south. Whereas this track can easily go south and west, so it has no need to connect to this track up here. So when you're making a cart turnaround like this, you're going to want to always have it facing either west or south. Or rather, you see in this case the cart's actually going to be moving north when it's on this, but the eventual turnaround is facing south, you see. So let's go ahead and show that this does work. Push the cart, it comes around and boop! It hops back over and comes back towards us. Just like that. So you can use this to turn yourself around when you're at the end of your track, or if you want to just, for some reason, have a cart that goes in circles, you can have it go through 2 of these and just go wook 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 back and forth. I just gestured with my hands, even though you guys can't see it. Anyway, let's go ahead and ride that. That kind of looks like fun, actually. Boop, push the cart to this other end. And here we go. Whee! We go in a circle, and jump track, and go back. That's all there is to it. Alright, so that's cart turnarounds. We need to be able to make a cart that has a lot of speed. For that, we're going to make a cart booster. Now this is a little bit tricky. It can be tricky if you make it tricky. I'll put it that way. Alright, I need dirt. At least a couple squares. Actually, you know what? We can use this right here, can't we? Let's go ahead and dig out a little area here. Maybe 6 blocks. That should be... Well, that's 5 there, but that's enough. And we're going to lay track down in the bottom of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put a track piece up here. It automatically connects the two, see? That's what we want, though, so it's fine. And I'm going to circle around this way. So this cart will just move in a circular path. Oops, I didn't want that. Oh well. No way to fix it now. It's just going to roll around like this. That's fine with me. Alright, now we're going to make a cart turnaround. I'm actually going to go ahead and bust these tracks. I don't know if there's a fast way to mine these, but it seems like the pickaxe takes just as long as your bare hand. I don't know if the sword or anything is any faster. I'm not sure if there's a tool that gets these tracks up faster, but it doesn't take that long, so even using your bare hand is fine. Now here we are, we're going to make another track turnaround. So we want, make a circle, make a track. Ooh, it's getting dark. Let's put some torches down. I want you guys to be able to see very clearly what we're doing here. Alright, so we'll make a track turnaround, just like this. All we're going to do is go ahead and place, whoops, like that. You see now the turnaround works. And we're going to put a block on the end of that, on the other end of that track. So we don't want it to go too far backwards. In fact, it's already gone too far. We want to stop it right there. Where's my dirt? Come down here, dirt. Come to my hotbar. Bam! This is going to be a cart booster. This is a very basic, very simple cart booster that's really not going to be all that amazing because it's just very short. Alright, so we put a cart up here, and we start a cart down right there. Alright, so check out what happens if I push this cart, this top one, and it comes around that corner and goes down the hill. When it touches this cart, and by touches I mean comes immediately adjacent to, next to it, on the side, they're both going to move. And they're going to basically push each other in an interesting little glitch that occurs in this game. And they'll push each other, and it's basically infinite. They push each other really, really, really fast, and they develop... There's 2 stats for minecarts in this game. There's how fast they're moving, and there's actually a number for how much energy the cart has. And energy is the cart's power to go up hills and, you know, move for long distances. And energy is lost over time. For each track square that you go, you lose a little bit of your energy. You slow down. And your energy then affects how fast you're going. So this is going to put it up to max speed, as well as increase its energy with each go-around. So eventually, the carts will both stop moving because the energy just gets so high the game can't handle it, and it just stops the carts entirely. So this is a cart booster. So you see what we're doing here. We've used a couple technologies that we've got. We put our tracks down, and we have a turnaround down here, where the cart very easily spins and goes back, so it resets. So this cart on the bottom, closer to us, is our booster cart. the cart up top will be the one we'd actually be riding through. So this cart, basically, you see, just does a loop. It just bounces back and forth, goes through the turnaround, and runs back to the other end and stops. Now, basically, that cart will sit down at this other end and wait until the next cart comes by. So if that cart up there, that top cart, were to stop, the booster cart would wait for it, and that would be the end of it. Let's get in. Whee! Yeah, it's fast. Look down here and break this cart. Whoops. As you can see, the booster cart has reset itself very politely.